This is the John Brown Alliance, where we don't fear, we fight. When I got on YouTube, I for a while was following a guy named Richard Ojeda, who I thought was the great white hope. And he never showed up at anything we did. And the more I got into his podcast, the more he was talking about running for the 2026 election. And he did highlight a lot of the plight of the black, native, and brown people. And I thought he stood up, but it was just donations, donations, donations. And just like other podcasters on here, right now, some of us do not have a pension. We do not have a guaranteed salary. We are existing for the sake of this democracy and for no other reason. And I know there are other people out there like Paul Lance and, believe it or not, people like Jamie Raskin and Jasmine Crockett, Greg Cesar, Chris Murphy, Chris Van Hollen, and a lot of others. Some of us don't have any money, and that's why we can't get to certain things. But we will get there if we have to walk. But I digress. What I have seen in Washington, D.C. is a lot of 50-plus Vietnam veterans and veterans from Desert Storm. Outside of that, I've seen so many podcasts saying veterans are going to, do the movement. They're going to overthrow Donald Trump. They're going to do all this. Where the fuck are they at now? All I see out there is a grassroots movement of white people. Some from Washington, D.C., but a lot bust in. I don't know if how they're getting there. Cars or whatever. Devoting their finances to taking responsibility for what they did to my country. So I say thank you. I do say that. Now for black people, there's a certain segment of what is called Foundation Black Americans right now attacking black people from Africa. There's this ongoing thing about how people from Cameroon and Nigeria and other places are stepping on black people's toes that have been here. We've already addressed that. Let sleeping dogs lie. Can you please shut the fuck up? Because I have blocked you out of my shit. Because you're doing the white man's work. And there's this one guy from Ohio, I think it is, that's every fucking week talking about how African people are... You know what? Shut the fuck up. Get out of Ohio. Go to some city where your life is threatened by white cops. Try driving while black somewhere. We need to stop this. And I'm not even going to beg you. Because you're digging your own grave. You're that stupid, that ignorant, and that in need of likes on YouTube. That's what it's all about. Clicks and likes. Like and subscribe. And people subscribe to this dumbass over there in Ohio. And he wears the same shirt every fucking day, preaching black people that were descendants of slaves, how they should rise up against Africans who are immigrants. The rest of us who are older than you are not here for that. We've seen this movie before. What you are is Donald Trump's idiot. Divide and conquer. So cut the shit. But you're no longer in my space anymore. You're no longer where you can access me. So fuck off. That being said, a lot of people have died so that we can have the right to vote, free speech, right to walk down the street without militia and all that kind of stuff. And what it's going to take for us to take that back is for us to do the same thing, obviously, because people do not understand the United States Constitution. Now, whether or not Donald Trump wants to adhere to it has absolutely nothing to do with what I am going to do. And some of America are going to do. We live in a democracy. Unlike MSNBC and CNN, we have not accepted autocracy. Therefore, we are not in a state of disillusionment and disenfranchisement, in a state of low. We are pre-revolution, pre-Civil War. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of people I'm responsible for. Stop. Full stop. That's where it ends for me. This is not, for me, about being American. It isn't about being a Native American. It is not being about black or brown or anything like that. What this is a scenario that I will present to those who think they have absolutely no other choice. There's always a choice. Right now, we're in fight or flight mode. If you can't fight for the United States of America right now on their streets, you need to go somewhere else. If you have a passport, I would suggest you leave. Because what is about to happen was not initiated by us as Americans, but it will be finished by us. On the weekend of Labor Day, starting August 25th, we need everyone who can come to D.C. to come to D.C. for Hoodstock 2025. Yes, I said Hoodstock. If you remember Woodstock, or your parents do, it was full of music and it was for peace and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Hoodstock is for a different reason. To take the power back. The only music we need to hear is American voices on every megaphone, every corner of Washington, D.C., Northeast, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest. and the district, Capitol Hill, every single solitary part of Washington, D.C. needs to be inhabited for at least a few days by Hoodfest members. All those veterans talking trash about how you're going to do this and do that, please come. If any entertainers, like the Dropkick Murphys and people that came before, can come on that weekend, once again, it's August 25th. If you need a permit, please contact John Brown Alliance at Gmail. Oh, excuse me. Wait. We gotta get the right one here. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a hot mess. Once again, I've been sick for a few days, so, oh, if you want to participate as an entertainer at Hoodstock, please contact the John Brown Alliance at gmail.com. Still not the right thing. Anyway, wow. See, I'm that busy around here. This is really crazy. Okay. John Brown Alliance, John Brown Alliance 2025 at gmail.com. So, we need everybody. Native American performers to bless this land. We would like, absolutely, we would love some Gullas from Gullah Country. People from New Orleans, Mardi Gras. If you can come up here on that weekend, please contact me once again at John Brown Alliance 2025 at gmail.com. Also, I would like to extend an invitation to We Are the Flood and Paul Lance. Please contact me at John Brown Alliance 2025 at gmail.com. Okay, we finally got it straight. At any rate, there's going to be people in Washington, D.C. to celebrate not Donald Trump, but a renewal of what being an American means. This is Labor Day weekend. The people that brought you the weekend brought you labor unions. Unfortunately, since Donald Trump came on the scene, the Fraternal Order of Police and Teamsters and many other unions have hooked on to Donald Trump because they want to keep union labor in white pockets. They want to keep the money in white pockets. Well, we're going to change that. August 25th, Hoodstock. Be in Washington, D.C. If you can't, we need as many people to be in 50 states at their capitals on that day. Megaphones making noise. and making their distaste for this autocracy known. After Hoodstock is going to be the general strike. So this is going to go on for a long time. I don't know how long. But if you want to have a life after Donald Trump, you need to act now. If you want Donald Trump to be the rest of your life, do nothing. Because he has no intention of leaving the White House. You can see the way it's decorated. Our time is now, and we need to strike hard, and we need to do it together. And we need to not worry about going to jail and not worry about getting beat up. Because I've done all of that. And people before you have done all of that. It's your turn to sacrifice and put your body on the line for the next 7 generations. That's what I'm here for. Not to do podcasts and not to get popularity. I'm here for the next 7 generations. Stand the fuck up and do the same. This is the John Brown Alliance. Be there for Hoodstock. And get with the general strike. Your participation in saving yourself starts now. The choice is yours. Good night and good luck.